Hello viewers, hope you're doing well. Today in this video, I'm going to create a cart item and order model in our Node.js application. So let's get started. As you can see, a models package. So inside this, let me create a file with the name cart item and a order. After creating these, let me open here a book model. Let me copy the code. Let me add inside a CartItem.js file. So on the top, we have an import of a Mongoose and the schema. After that, we have a new schema object where we have a fields price, that is the type of a number. Let me remove this validation. After a price, we have a quantity, that is the type of a number. Let me remove this validation. After the quantity, we have a relation with the book model. So the field name that we have book. Inside this, let me define here the type that we have schema dot types dot object ID. After that, we have to define the reference that we have book. As you can see, the model name that we have book. Now after the reference, let me add here the validation that we have required true. After a book, we have a relation with the user. So the field name that we have user, type that will be a schema dot types dot object ID, reference that we have user, and the validation that we have required true. At the last, we have a relation with an order. So the field name that we have order. Let me update the reference value that we have order. After the reference, let me remove this property. On the place of a required property, we have default that is a null. So let me remove these. After defining the model fields, let me update the object name that we have cart item schema. Now after creating a new schema object, I'm going to create a model where we have a model name cart item. After a name, we have to pass here cart item schema object, and we have to export cart item model. Now you can take a look of a cart item model. Now after that, I'm going to setting up an order model. So let me copy this. Let me add inside a order.js file. So first I'm going to update the object name that we have order schema. Inside a new schema object, we have a fields with the name order description. That is the type of a string. After that, we have an amount. That is the type of a number. After that, we have an address. That is the type of a string. After the address, we have an order status. That is the type of a string. With the type, let me add here the property that we have required true. Let me add this validation on the address and amount field. Inside this field, we have an enum with an array values that we have pending and placed. After that, we have a field with the name tracking ID. That is the type of a string. After a type, we have a property default where we have to generate a UUID. So let me import here the package that we have UUID dot v4. Actually, it will be a tracking ID. After that, we have a relation with the user. After the user, we have a relation with a cart item. So this relation will be a type of an array. Let me remove this property that we have default null. The cart item field in the form of an array because one order has many cart items. After getting this object, let me create a model where we have a name order. After name, we have to pass here order schema object, and we have to export here an order. Now you can take a look of this model. Now after that, let me open here an auth service. As you can see, the function that we have create user. Inside this, we are creating here an object of a new user. So let me duplicate this. After user, we have to create an object of a new order. Let me import this model. Now inside this object, we have to define here amount that we have 0. After the amount, we have the address that we have some type of dummy string. After the address, we have an order status. Let me add here pending. After that, we have a user. On the place of value, we have to pass here the object that we have user. After getting the object of an order, we have to call the query that we have save to create the new document in a MongoDB. And it will be a wait. After that, I'm going to create a cart route controller and the service for a customer. So as you can see, a customer package inside the routes. Inside this, let me create a file with the name CartRoute.js. Now after that, let me create a cart controller for a customer. After a cart controller, let me create a cart service for a customer. Now let's navigate to the Postman, and I'm going to create a new customer. So as you can see, the path of a register endpoint, the mapping that we have post. Inside the body tab, we have a request payload in the form of a JSON, where we have an email, password, first name, and the last name. Now let's click on the send button. As you can see, the message we got, sign up successful. After creating a customer, let me open here a MongoDB compass. As you can see, a document of a newly created customer. After that, let me open here an orders collection. And as you can see, the document for a new order against the customer with the name John. So that's all for now from my side. If you have any confusion, you can document. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.